I got my first haul back from PSA, and it's only 8 slabs, but I thought it would be fun to show you guys how I did. I've already looked at them, so I'm not going to pretend to be mega surprised by the grades, because I know them. I used cards from my own collection. So these are all cards that I pulled and that I had in binders or in top loaders that I thought were potentially worth it. So yeah, let's see how I did. First card, Rockets Mole Trays from Destined Rivals, and I got a 10, so really happy with that one. Yeah, another big one. I think it's the 10s first. Bubble Mew. Also pulled this myself. I don't think, well, maybe I wasn't expecting this to get a 10, but from a value point of view, it's really nice. I think half of my slabs got a 10, but out of the 3 biggest cards that I sent in, 2 of those hit a 10. So from a value point of view, that's great. And it just looks awesome. The Zard from Paldean Fates as well. Also got a 10. Not as big of a hit, but still really, really nice. Okay, it's not all 10s first. Yeah, sent in the Japanese Zard from 151. Unfortunately got a 9. This I was expecting to 10. So I might take a closer look at this. See if I want to try again. But still, really nice. The Mewtwo from Destined. This was a very big hit for me. And now that it got a 10, I definitely, well, was able to open everything that I did from Destined Rivals for free with a little bit of profit on top still. So that's always great. The Groudon from Paradox. This got a 9. I don't think I would have sent this card in general if I were to do it now. So I did this submission around middle of June. It took a little over 4 months to get back to me. And currently I would probably consider this too much of a kind of lower value modern card to send into PSA. You know, it's just gotten so expensive to send in, and it takes so long. And also just, you know, the queue is clogged up there. So I think it's good practice to be a little bit critical of what you send in. And it also 9, so I don't know. It's fine. It'll probably kind of like break even if you look at it from a price perspective, but I don't think I would have sent this one in if I were to send them all again. I sent them in through a partner, through I'm Dutch, and Dave and Adams is the European partner for PSA, and I sent them in through them. And they were very, well, helpful and professional about the whole process. So quick turnaround times, no issues with packaging or whatever, so really happy there. Misty's, also from Destined, also got a 9. Kind of similar to the Groudon, although I do find this a lot cooler, personally. So I might have still sent this in, just because I think it's cool. But yeah, got a 9. And finally the English Zard from 151. So I had a Japanese one and an English, well actually I had 2 English ones, but one I have in the binder for my master set. And this one I sent in. And unfortunately got an 8. So I was on the fence whether there's a 10 potential, but I definitely saw it as a 9. So I might take a closer look at it and see if I can discover what got an 8. I'll put final prices on the screen of what this cost to grade. But all in all, you know, I often see like $15 or $20 on the screen, but you know, everything put together with insurance and shipping and the grading fee itself, I found it was a lot closer to around 30 euros per card. Everything is more expensive Pokemon-wise in Europe anyway, but still quite a hefty fee, and that's excluding upcharges. So I got upcharged for the Mewtwo and the Zard, I think. Yeah, and the Mew. The Moltres was still under the value limit. But I also got upcharged for these 3. So that was extra fees on top. But I'll put everything on the screen so you can have a look at it. Overall, really happy with the process. It was really fun to do. It was my first time grading. The only thing I have to say that I'm disappointed about is the quality of the slab. So I've been reading some comments on YouTube, etc., where, you know, there's like the, what do you want to call it, conspiracy theories almost, that PSA's got new slabs or that they've gotten worse, and I wasn't paying much mind to it. But now when I got this back, and it's multiple sides as well, right? So here you can see it too on the bottom, and it's not as bad on every slab, but every slab has damage. Here it's almost across the entire length as well. Top side is not that bad, but especially this side, it's, you know, it's really bad. And I have to say that's quite disappointing, right? Because you spend a couple $100 to get your first submission back, and well, you want them to look clean. And I'm planning to sell a couple of these. Some of these I will keep, and some I might sell to just, you know, free up a little cash for something new. And I was thinking what I wanted to do, because I can probably sell them still. You know, a lot of people use graded guards or whatever, but I don't know. I think if I bought this online and I received a slab that I paid a lot of money for, so let's say this Mewtwo, and it arrived looking like this, I just wouldn't be happy. So then it doesn't really, well, then it's not a question of if I can sell it, but if I would be happy to receive it as a buyer. And that answer is just simply no. So I did reach out to Dave and Adams and I said, hey, very happy with everything, but this slab quality, well, it's just not it. And they were very gracious about it. So they've offered to reholder them free of charge. They said they had seen it before, or that they see it more often. I'm not sure the frequency with which this occurs. But yeah, it took me a day or two to think about, because it's another probably 3 to 4 months before I'll have them back. Even if it's free of charge, it's just a long time to be separated from my cards again. But ultimately, if I ever, you know, any card that I sell, I want the buyer to be happy with what they're getting. And I would just not be happy getting something like this if I'm paying top dollar for a big chase card like this. So yeah, gonna have them reholdered. But these are the grades. And I just wanted to show you. I think it's always a fun milestone to see when people get their first submissions back. I have a second submission pending. I'll probably do something similar when I get that. All right. Thanks for checking it out. And good luck with your ungrading adventures. Bye-bye.